in the corner crying.
Okay, I'm live. I'm going.
I'm a friend of Stacy. She's one of the incredible boys. So I just got called in for today. I've been this down forever. I do a lot of video and live streaming for her. Yeah. They want us to, anytime we get a close photo, so we're doing our best to write everything down, just in case. In case it's too slow. You say the names and you say the photo. I have to go.
So my headphone.
It's only like the flagship top Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say it's a lot of the sports and
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. It's such a great energy and vibe in the room. I almost don't want to break it, but I must. So, welcome to Pen and Brush. I'm Dawn Delicat, the executive director here. Thank you. Well, you know, I'm honored to carry the torch of this village, and that's really the story here. It's a village of 131 years of women and gender expansive individuals who've really been left out of the narrative because of all the problems we know, but we're not really going to talk about the problems tonight. We're going to talk about what's extraordinary. And it's the art in the room and the supporters in the room and the vibe and the energy. We gather here tonight to celebrate that art is a great democratic communicator. It brings us into beauty to understand each other's worlds and lives and perspectives and elevates it to a universal conversation. So, you know, that's really the critical nature of art that we aim to support here at Pen and Brush. And, you know, it's inherent in the show around you. This extraordinary show up here called The Now Materiality, with 3 artists, Allie Wilkinson. Woo! Allie! Allie's pieces are the sculptural human forest. I'm abbreviating the names and the titles. and the natural works, as well as this Tinder archive that you too can contribute a photo to if you scan the QR code. So, what I want to say about Allie is that in her hands and in all of these artists' hands, the ordinary is elevated to the extraordinary through their vision and for what they can do with these materials. Allie is working in the traditions of figure and landscape, but in her hands on this plastic industrial material, it's born anew. And there's this fight between control and chaos on the surface that is very reflective of our world today. So moving from Allie to Ileana Amelia Garcia, this amazing, amazing surrealistic suspended sculpture of chairs. I made a joke earlier today. I'm looking for where Ileana is. Sometimes when I'm trying to describe her work without the work being present, I say, listen, she's an artist who can tell you about her entire migration from Dominican Republic to the United States. She can tell you about all of humanity. In fact, through chairs, she could repaint The Last Supper and you would get it. you know, it's a joke, but it's actually true when you look at her dedication to her vernacular and her materials and how much it tells us of her history in a personal way that elevates, again, to the universal, and her use of materials that this show is really focused on. And then we go to Anindita Dutta, this magnificent wall of clay, you know, 1,500 pounds of clay that this artist with her dedication and our amazing staff have been mixing for the last week. You're about to be treated to the performance of your lifetime. So Anindita does not want me to say more. We're gonna experience it pretty soon together, and then we'll go from there. But you know, down to the show downstairs in the house, we've got 3 other incredible artists who are also hitting on pressure points of our time period. Alex Ramiro, who is really, really, you know, showing us the unseen in such an interesting, evocative way through color and form. We have Hannah Layden, whose vivid works create an amazing world for everyone, to try to show you through her personal experience the universal of all types of bodies in this world and creating a world for them in every way. And then, last but not least, we have Gail Rothstein. I'm looking for Gail. She has a fantastic suit on. Yes? Gail, as you like to say, your found object ready-mades are put together bit by bit, piece by piece. And you know, it really comes from her history as a jewelry maker, but if you haven't made it down yet and you see these amazing sculptures that she put together, there's so much about mortality and life and surrealism. They're whimsical, they're intense. So, you know, these 6 artists that are just on view tonight are amazing. We're so grateful that you trust us with your work. We have so many artists in the room who have shown with us in this space over the last 10 years. I couldn't possibly name them all, so we'll just give a round of applause to them all. And we even have artists that are upcoming. You know, we have a great solo show by Piari Azadi, who's in the room. Her solo survey is going to span both floors, and we're going to have a magnificent exhibition catalog coming up. Before Piari, we have some artists in the room who are showing with Patty Hudson and Friends coming up on June 25th. Okay? 26th, okay. I was looking at my right hand here. Diane, who's one of the artists, is in the room tonight. It's going to be a really bombastic gathering, as well as a partnership with Queer Arts and the artist Golden. So, you know, look out on our calendar. We're participating in Scope Miami again this year. Our Scope fam is in the room. And then we actually are partnering with the Every Woman Biannual, March 2026. So, rock this calendar coming up. And I will also call out an amazing artist and supporter, Deborah Buck. We're having a solo show of hers in the fall of 2026. So, you know, the point I'm making here is that Pen and Brush has been going at it for 131 years. We want to continue this drumbeat of supporting voice after voice, brick by brick, that you see behind you, over and over. And with your support in this room tonight, we hope to do that. I want to point out that all the work is for sale. 75% goes straight to the artist, 25% comes back in to feed the nonprofit organization. People often ask us why we do not have an auction at our annual gala or fundraiser. And the point is because for us, selling art and having equitable outcomes and elevating exposure for important voices who are going underrepresented is a 365-day-a-year job. Thank you. So, you know, fall in love with something. Art imagines the world that we want to live in. Think about supporting, you know, maybe it's not today, maybe it's a show from now or 2 shows from now, but remember Pen and Brush, because we're really in it for the long game, and collectors who purchased with us paid $3,000 for work that we helped incubate that now sells for $30,000. So we're a pretty good bet. So please think about checking out the art and finding myself or my right-hand bird who's next to me. Parker is somewhere in the audience. Parker's waving. London is at the desk. If you have any questions at all, please find one of us. And I'll be emceeing a little bit through the next hour and coming back on to give some more thanks to people in the room. But for the moment, I want to move to our sponsors. This amazing woman who's standing next to me, Oran, is the creative director of B&B Italia. Oran's belief in the vision of artists really matches what we do here at Pen and Brush. And when we first met and she told me the origin story of B&B Italia and how it was really the vision of an artist who was trying to merge what contemporary art reflecting society does in the world and furniture design, which is art that we live our lives on. So we're really grateful to have you sponsoring this amazing B&B Italia lounge downstairs if you haven't gotten there yet. I'm going to give the mic over to you now, Oran, to say a few words about our work together and your vision.
Thank you very much. I don't know if anybody can hear me. I don't know whether it's on. Yeah. I would like to say a really huge thank you to you, Dawn, for your vision, for your inspiration, and your wise words this evening. To your entire team, Bird and Parker, thank you for your constant enthusiasm, constant push, and belief that we can do something better every single day. I highlighted 2 points that I thought you said were really interesting this evening. Art imagines the world that we want to live in. And if that is not necessarily true to you, I don't know what you are doing in this room. It is truly a fundamental, I would say, to be in Italia. We are going to be 60 next year, and it is an incredible honor to be part of this collaboration. 131 years of pushing women, of celebrating women, of uplifting women in the world of design. And let me tell you that the design that B&B Italia has been doing for the last almost 60 years is very much rooted in what women forge, the inspiration that they give, the being that they are for the designers and for the relationships that are built with this company. The pieces that we have on show are what you guys are sitting on here. Thank you so much. Le Bambole, designed in 1972 by Mario Bellini, inspired by a woman's body into a tight pair of jeans. Yeah. If that, honey, is not sexy, I don't know what it is. And it is about sculpture. It is about appreciating it in the round. Please sit on it, you guys. You're totally fine. It is about that celebration. It is about the dialogue between what you want your interiors to feel like. And art is a constant evolvement to what your interiors become for you. The downstairs, when you guys all have a chance to go down, it is designed with the Camaleonda, also Mario Bellini in 1970. So these are iconic pieces for over 50 years that this company has had the chance and beauty in creating these beautiful relationships with the designers. And what I think we share here are those relationships. The relationships with the artist, the relationship with the gallery, the relationship to bring somebody into the next fold that really unleashes their most deepest, most beautiful traits. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Okay, so now that we've been giving you drinks for over an hour, I'm going to ask for silence for the next 10 minutes as we begin Anindita Dutta's performance.
And then I ask if everyone who's standing in front here, I need you to clear behind the benches, my dears. Yes, if you are standing in front of these benches, please come behind. And if you cannot see, there are 2 live streaming options. Up here, the table, the screen in the back, and downstairs you can watch it from the live stream down there. Excuse me. Well, I'm gonna need a line from here to here.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Anindita. The artist does have enough energy for people who want to approach her now and take a photo with her in performance mode, or have a conversation. So if we slowly want to converge that way while she has the energy, please feel free. Thank you, Anindita. That was just extraordinary, really. If that doesn't speak to the reason that we have to support artists in this universal conversation, I don't know what does. So, I will now read a little bit about Anindita's performance, and as you can see, she's working with wet clay, and the idea is really that we come from here and we return to here.
Oh, you did? Oh.
And the power, she is igniting the power that she has as a woman to create something universal and impermanent. This whole wall will be washed away after this exhibition. So, all right, feel free to grab a drink, grab
He's
some
a
more
sophomore in
food.
college.
We're gonna turn our
What's your name? Michael.
Michael, I hope next time I'm visiting my parents, I'll
Yeah, definitely. I'll give you a card. Definitely.
All right, I just
She's phenomenal, though.
She's absolutely phenomenal, and I didn't know she was showing in Greenwich. That's so fantastic. I had Janine Brown came up and told me, and that was just like fantastic.
Yeah, if you're in Greenwich next time.
I know. I have to go and drop off the tortoise soon.